What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today I want to hit a little bit of a reset. I like to do this every so often because everyone that watches these videos are not necessarily subscribed to the channel and been here before. A lot of times they're stumbling onto this information for the first time. So if you're a fan of the channel and you've been here for a while, you're going to hear stuff that you've already heard, but perhaps the way we spit it this time, maybe there's some key insights that might be different from the last time. We're going to talk about the basics of the IBEW, an introduction, if you will, for those of you who have never been here. The IBEW is an organization, as a labor organization. All right. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, ring the notification bell, drop some comments, and share the videos. Now, we have our Constitution, and that's where we're going to take our information from. So let's talk about the IBEW and start out with the Declaration of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Our cause is the cause of human justice, human rights, human security. We refuse and will always refuse to condone or tolerate dictatorship or oppression of any kind. We will find and expel from our midst any who might attempt to destroy by subversion all that we stand for. This brotherhood will continue to oppose communism, Nazism, or any other subversive ism. We will support our God, our nations, our union. So that's the declaration of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. The cause of this labor, the cause of this organization, is the cause of human justice and human rights and human security. Those are the first three things that they state as their causes: human justice, human rights, human security. Keep that in mind as you consider joining this organization. This is an organization that's more than just an occupation. If you're looking for just an occupation, you've come to the wrong place. This is far more than just an occupation, although many will tell you it's not. But by the fact that there's even a constitution for this occupation that you are applying for, you understand that there's more than that. When have you ever gone to a job and you've gotten a constitution that tells you how the organization works? You've never gotten that. When have you gone to a job and you've gotten a collective bargaining agreement? You've never gotten that if you've never been a part of a union. So this is more than just an occupation. Don't buy into that nonsense. This is a union. We have been fighting for human rights, human justice, and human security for over 100 years in this country. We are the reason that the conditions of the working person in this country are where they are. There weren't 8-hour days when industry first started popping up. There weren't weekends off. There was child labor. There was no public schools. Everything that we enjoy as far as quality of life, you can thank labor for fighting on the front end of getting those things done. Working people like you, working people like me. So please don't come into this and expect it to be just a job. If you do that, damn it, man. What a shame and a waste of an opportunity. You can be a name that rings out as one who helped change the world for the better, because that's what we're trying to do, as you can see by the declaration. All right, we're going to go past the order of business for local unions, because that's going to be something you'll get familiar with as you go to union meetings. You need to go to union meetings. It's how you know what's going on with your union. Let's talk about the objects of the IBEW. The objects of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers are to organize all workers in the entire electrical industry in the United States and Canada, including all those in public utilities and electrical manufacturing, into local unions. Notice that it said all workers. It didn't say all blank workers, as in all white, all black, all Hispanic, no, it said all workers. So if they're doing electrical work, we want them in our union. But it has to be with the understanding that they're coming over for more than just work. Remember, this is a union. This is not just a job. To promote reasonable methods of work. Of course, we want to promote reasonable methods of work, because the capital owners do not give two flips about our safety. They only care about our safety in so much that it affects their insurance rate. They'll always tell you safety is up to you. All they can do is give you the training. So we promote reasonable methods of work so that we don't overexert ourselves, so that we don't get hurt. We want the third object, to cultivate feelings of friendship among those in our industry. You want to be friends. You want to be allies. You want to be good brothers and sisters. To settle all disputes between employers and employees by arbitration if possible. Of course, that would be a good object to uphold, to want to settle all labor disputes by arbitration. I can agree with that. To assist each other in sickness or distress. 100%. You're in a union, you've got to have each other's back. When times are tough, we have to pick each other up. And being that this is an object of the IBEW, we need to come together with ideas on how we can do this most effectively, where we have a program and our members are picked up when they're hurt, or God forbid when they pass away. To secure employment, yes, the IBEW is here to secure employment. That is the number one function, is to make sure that our members have somewhere to work. To reduce the hours of daily labor. We've been at 40 for a very long time. Maybe it's time to get it down to 32. Now, I don't mean taking away pay. I mean 32 for 40. I mean the pay rate still balances out, but you work less hours. Might be time to start looking at working towards that. To secure adequate pay for our work, we are grossly underpaid. In all sectors, we are grossly underpaid. Even the highest paid local in the IBEW is grossly underpaid, especially when you consider the fact that $50 trillion of wealth has been transferred to the top 0.1% since 1970, and that money came from IBEW members and the working people. Grossly underpaid, and it's beyond time that we start getting some recompense for this gross robbery that's gone on for the last 50, 60 years. To seek a higher and higher standard of living. This is such a deep object. It's far more than surface level. You got to really dig into it. What is a standard of living? A standard of living is your quality of education, your quality of healthcare, your quality of the roads in your neighborhoods, your quality of housing, your quality of the everyday aspects of your life, snow removal. All this stuff is standards of living. We are aiming for a higher and higher. That means we have to be active in our communities to be able to make that happen. But you need direction, and that has to come from sometimes it has to come from you. But you want to constantly seek a higher standard of living. To seek security for the individual, of course, and by legal and proper means to elevate the moral, intellectual, and social conditions of our members, their families, and dependents in the interests of a higher standard of citizenship. Again, we hearken back to it's all encompassing. Our objectives are all encompassing. We want better pay. We want a better quality of life. We want better conditions at work. We want a better standard of citizenship. And as working people who derive every ounce of profit that capital loves to boast about, we deserve everything we demand. This is the organization that you're becoming a part of. This is the organization you're seeking to join. It's deeper than free lunch. All right? It's deeper than a paycheck. It's a movement. So get involved in the movement. My name is Eric. You got to keep in mind that the fight's not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. And don't forget, there can be no union without you and I front and center. Peace.